Oh my gosh, I love this book so much. Hey guys, my name is Anna and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a review on Christy Marie's debut novel, which is called Commander in Briefs. This is the first book in her standalone type of series, which is Commander in Briefs series. I just recently posted my spoiler-free review on my blog and you can check it out there. I'll put the link down below. Before I get to the review, let me just say that it's been 3 books since I read this book. I don't know why I decided to show the review and discussion video after I posted the review. I don't know why. But forgive me if I get the sequence all mixed up and if I can't remember names because I'm bad at names. Even in person, I'm bad at names. I know faces, I know personalities, but not names. So let's get on with the review. Commander in Briefs by Christy Marie. First of all, there was an ARC sign up and then I signed up to do a blog tour with the ARC, and so I did not read the blurb or the synopsis it has, so I don't know anything about the book, and I just read some teasers from Christy Marie's Instagram account, and so I thought that the book is really about a girl and a boy, mainly a girl and a boy in a relationship, and the girl is literally, in a literal sense, a commander, and it's set on a ship or a war zone or something, but I stand corrected. The story starts out with Theo and Aniston in their living room. They're having this conversation, this weird conversation, where Aniston tries to convince Theo that she wants her first time to be with him, and Theo just, no way, Jose, woman, you're my best friend, I'm not gonna do that to you, it's just gonna break the best friend thing apart. But then we find out that Aniston has been in love with Theo since the very moment she saw him, and later we read in Theo's POV where he says that he's also fallen for Aniston for a very, very long time. I think at the same time Aniston fell for him, but Theo does not believe that he is worthy of Aniston in such a way. He just doesn't want to ruin that friendship thing they have going on. They live together under one roof, and that's how great their relationship is, but they're just friends. But they know deep inside that they should be more than friends. Theo asks her, don't you want something special, like something romantic in a way? And then Aniston said, yeah, I want it like under the stars and such. There's just the 2 of us going on, but I've never found the right guy. She says in her mind that you are the right guy, can't you see? And so with a lot of convincing, Theo agrees to do it with her, and then to her surprise, Theo actually did what she asked, like what she said. She didn't ask it, like she just said it. Like Theo actually like brought a blanket, and they are behind the barn where Aniston's grandparents owned, and which is hers now. They do it there under the stars. But then after it happened, Theo gets a text from this girl he knows, and this girl just obviously wants to get it on too. Stupidly, Theo agrees, and then he leaves Aniston and said, we're still friends, right? Like, boy. And so Aniston leaves and throws away the blanket that they use because she wants to forget the whole thing, like it's done. Well, yeah, she expects that they do it. But then they get to college and they go to different colleges because Aniston wants to go to med school here and Theo wants to go to Washington because he's going to go pro. They live outside the campus so that they can still live together under one roof, and which is really, really sweet, but they're still just friends. And then Theo sleeps around with other people. Ans would flirt with a lot of guys, but no one ever touches Ans because everyone knows that Ans is off limits, and Theo just would give them the glare that my girl, don't touch her. And after college, Theo is now a pro baseball player, and he hires Ans as his personal trainer, or like a personal doctor in a way. That goes on for years and years, and then Ans just is like getting tired of that. Like she wants something for herself. She's looking for her calling, and she doesn't want friends who are also Theo's friends. She wants someone for like my friends that are Theo's friends first, you know? She goes home and she finds this random person who she thought is dead, and it turns out that he's not dead. He's just like super cold, he's like a hobo, and he's poor, nothing, so skinny and all. So as her doctor instincts are kicking in, and she just wants to help that guy, so she brings him in the house. Like, who brings a random stranger in the house? That guy could kill you, repeatedly could kill you. Later she finds out that his name is Cade, and Cade is a veteran soldier, marine, fudge, I can't remember, damn it. But he is a veteran and he has helped us through the war. The thing is, he's broken, like mentally broken, because he led his entire team to a place where he said it's safe, but then when they got in, a boom, building exploded and his team was wiped out with only him left. And then he was awarded because he killed his teammates. Like, dude, no, he doesn't want that. That's why he's sad. Theo, honey, wake up. Since Theo is a pro baseball player, he doesn't live with Ans, and when he found out that Ans brought in a random stranger in her home, Theo flipped out. And then he went home home as soon as possible. They call Anne's place their home because it's really where he goes if he's not playing ball. He has a penthouse in Washington. It doesn't feel like home. Anne's is his home. Forgive me, it's so hot. It's always hot here in the Philippines. Whoa. So the three of them, where Theo, Cade, and Aniston, go to Washington to watch Theo play, and later that night, Theo just made his mark and showed his twin brother, who they call Thor, which is not really his real name. So he showed Thor and Cade that he owns Aniston. He made love to her while they were watching. Later, it turns out, if you really get into it, you realize that Thor is also like, he has also fallen for Anne. Every guy falls for Anne because what's not to love about her? She's just so caring, she's so like a mother hen, she's just everything. And since Anne wants to control Cade, like, just do this, do that, don't give a shit, don't even try to get in an argument with me because it's pretty useless. And that's why Cade would call her commander, and that's why it's called Commander in Briefs, because Aniston is the commander and she is leading those guys. And then once they went home, Theo is left in Washington, and Cade and Aniston goes home to the barn. They volunteered to a feeding program thing where they hand out food to homeless people, and Aniston meets new guys there, and turns out they're also veterans. So there's three of them. There's Haynes and the other guy, I forgot. The other guy doesn't really talk. Yeah, the three of them. And she brings them home. More veterans. Theo flips out once again because she brought more. And I was really like, oh shit, did she just bring 3 more guys under her roof? Like, what is she thinking? What is wrong with Anne's really? What is wrong with this woman? And so when Theo got home as soon as he can, he flipped again and he made his mark all over the place. Just to let people know, just to remind them and to brag that Aniston is his. And one day, they tried to corner Theo that you're so selfish. Why would you hold her as yours? Do not really take good care of her. Like, we can take better care of them. Some sort of shit like that. Like, Cade was like there listening, like so ready for this shit to happen. Like, she said Theo gave up, but they told Theo that how could you be so selfish? Like, she gave up her life for you and she dedicated her life for you. Like, she went to med school so she could know how to properly take care of you. But then Theo just gives them the arrogant laugh, like, huh, you don't know a single thing. And then Theo just told them that Anne was born prematurely and she has a lot of problems. She's been fighting her whole life, and if she doesn't get things in order, she'd freak out. So that's why she's such a control freak at times. She went to med school to know how to help herself. She went to med school for herself, and the guys were just, oh shit, we just do shit, I don't know a thing about her. And then Theo walks away because the memory hurts him, and so Cade chases him and they go to a run together, and they go out of truce because he wanted to know more about Anne's. And so Cade said, tell me more about her and I'll give up. Like, I won't pursue her anymore. Like, I'll back up, bro. I'll say like a temporary truce, or like a truce. Like, Theo says that she used to go to every game of mine, and that she just doesn't anymore because she's busy with you guys here, taking care of all of you, training you guys to get better, to be healthy again. I'm just so used to having her with me. She used to go to every one of my games, cheering me on, and now she's just not there anymore. And so what happened next is that Cade insisted that he watch over the guys, and Anne's and Hay would go to Theo's game, and they did. And Anne's was on her way home. Cade called that guys have food poisoning. Anne's was cooking, and when Anne's is cooking, everything is so delicious because she's such a great cook. But then they're so excited, like eating, and like, yay, food. And before they could get a bite in, they noticed that there was a new recruit. They were all like, no way. They were just like so upset. Well, why? Like, asking the world why. Like, it's Ants Day. They can't eat food because when there's a new recruit, and they will be trained so hard until one of them or all of them pukes. So it's better not to eat at all if you don't want to puke your guts out. And they were so sad because they couldn't eat. And then the new recruit goes missing, and it was under Cade's watch, and he was like, fuck. Where'd he go? Oh my god. And then luckily they found him. He was dragging some girl, and they thought that his ex-girlfriend or something, and she was currently owned by someone else, her dad or something, they don't know, but there's a guy chasing them, and the guy was giving such threats. And luckily Theo arrived with Haynes in tow. Cade got in too, and they found him. Theo hit the guy with a bat, so everything was cool, and they said Aniston cannot know about this. But then that guy, the evil guy, turns out to be really, really evil, because he's like, I think he's dealing drugs, and the new recruit is actually like a secret agent or like an undercover spy, undercover cop. That was his mission. Then he got pulled out. Then he got a new lead, so he needs to be in that the instinct to go and finish the job. That guy suddenly corners Aniston alone at the driveway. Aniston was so freaked out. She thought she was gonna die, and the guy just almost assaulted her, and the guy blew out her tires so she can't drive her car, and the house is just a few runs away, so she decided to run to the house, but she's still stressing out, so she called Thor, Theo's twin brother, like, hey, what's up? And then he was like, he's so suspicious, like, you never call me for a random chat. What's wrong? Nothing, I just wanted to talk to you. But then while he was talking to her, he was already contacting Theo, and then Theo contacted Kate to pick her up, and then Kate arrived in the car with Haynes with him. He's like, get in the car. Oh, hey, it's nice to meet you. Shut up, get in the car. And then she just dropped everything and dropped her walls, and she just cried. Like, even I would have cried. I can't believe she even held out that long. She ran without crying. She just broke down when Kate came to her, and then Theo had a fit, and he has a game. She didn't want Theo to know that something bad and something could have happened to her because he was going to have a game that day, and he knew anyway because his twin brother told him. And then his opponent was really sad in the game because when Theo is really upset, he throws really mean balls because Theo is the pitcher of the team. So don't ever get Theo upset for a game because the opposing team varies. And then everything was good, everything was great. They were watching, everyone in the living room was watching Theo's game on the TV, and suddenly Theo was carried to a stretcher, and then like, oh my god, what's wrong? And then Ants was freaking out, and she was just stressing out, like, shit, what's going on? She ran to her room, like, I gotta get to him, like, yeah, I need to get my stuff, I need to put on shoes. And she was like, she just couldn't even concentrate tying up her laces, and I just felt so sad for Ants. Cade saw her be like that, so weak and so lost. He just went up behind her and held her hands and just told her, take strength from me, grab strength from me. It was so sweet, and I almost cried. I don't want to cry right now. It turns out Theo's gonna be fine, but Ants was still freaking out. She never left his side, and Theo went on a break to recover. And one night, Ants fell asleep in Cade's arms, and Cade's lap, I think lap. And then Theo came down like, I need to go get her. Cade insisted that no, let me carry. They sort of like didn't bother arguing. Theo went upstairs and went to sleep, and then Cade carried her, and he said that carried the woman I love more than my next breath and lay her next to the man that loves her probably more than I do. And I was like, why? Baby Kate, I'm here for you, like, it's okay. And so Theo decided to do a grand gesture. He asked that Aniston be his girlfriend and they would date properly and be no longer best friends to take that next step. And so Ants just agreed, and the guys were like supporting them. Then Ants gets kidnapped by the evil guy in the barn, and she's like tied up, and she's just doing her best not to freak out. She doesn't really freak out that much, right? So she's just like, okay, think, what am I gonna do? There's that guy, there's that undercover cop, and there's that girl he tried to save. There's this evil guy who tried to assault me or kill me at the driveway. Okay. Theo just came home, like, what is going on? They said, don't freak out. They got Ants. Ants is in the bar. The guy's there. Like, what? We gotta go. We gotta get her. And like, Freak was freaking out, and Cade just went up to him like, no, you're staying here. We're gonna handle this. And the guys were like just suiting up, and then like my heart was just swelling, and like I was so touched that everyone was like suiting up and getting ready. And like these guys have mental problems, like they have issues with this, they have issues with their past, each one of them, and they want to forget that entire past of them be heroes, being war heroes, and they gotta go there and rescue the girl who saw something in them, who became their family. They gotta get past those problems they have of themselves and do their best to rescue their girl. And then Haynes was so scared to touch a gun. Cade showed him and gave him a gun. Aniston was saving this because she knew you'd hold a gun again someday, and she knows everything. She's so prepared. It's like it's hurting me. But like, go get her. Don't let her die. Cute boys, don't let her die. And then Cade was like, we're doing a plan. Okay, this is the barn is here, and you go here. And he was like, he's still taking his time. Okay, I'm gonna be a leader again, and I can't lead them. I can't let this mission fail. This is Ants we're talking about. This is not some random killer. Ans. And then the silent guy was in charge of keeping Theo in place. And then in the barn, until the end, Ans was still trying to protect them. She made sure that the undercover cop guy was safe, hidden behind the door, and then she was ready to take a bullet for him, to take a bullet for everyone. And then she saw Cade and Haynes at the far back. She just told them to take the shot, but they don't want to take the shot because Haynes might miss, and Haynes is also scared, like he might miss. They might hit her, but then the guy has a gun, and she's like, just take the shot. And then she heard a gunshot, and then she thought like, oh my god, the world is gone. And then like she's hearing more shots being fired, like, wait, I'm not dead. And when she looks up, she's not dead. But it turns out Theo was the one who got shot, and she was like, freak out, fuck you, Theo, like, fuck Theo, like, why Theo, like, why I gotta be the hero right now, huh? Why? They carried Theo outside, and like Ans is freaking out, like, oh my god. They said like, Ans, you can do this, you're a doctor, be a doctor right now. She said, right, get my things, get everything from there. And then the guys got everything they needed, and she just tried to concentrate. Okay, Ans, everything will be fine. Finally the ambulance came, and then Theo could breathe again because he was having a hard time breathing because blood, I think blood was getting into his lungs and stuff. She rode in the ambulance, and then Cade told them that we'll be right behind. And suddenly the monitor for the heart thingy, I'm so bad at medical terms, I don't want to be a nurse or anything, it stopped beeping. His heart stopped. They're like, fuck, what? No. The nurse said, miss, you need to step aside, and she just said, bring him back. The thing, Theo was back, and then Lance was like, oh shit, what the fuck is this life? And then luckily Theo recovered with nothing bad happening, and then turns out he retired from baseball. He just took up coaching along with Haynes, who also likes baseball. They coach at a school, and Ans is moving on with her program, which is her calling, which is to support or have a home for veterans who have lost their homes, lost their families. So at least if they're lost, they would have a home. They can find a place to stay and family to love them, which is them, Ans and the guys. And then the guys were playing baseball, and then Ans was like the person who catches the ball, but when the pitcher throws it, like, just throw it, don't be such a pussy, come on Theo, and come on. And he was like, no, it just doesn't want to throw it. And the guys are like, come on Theo, you can do it. Like, when he threw it, it was so off at the wrong direction, and Ans was so upset, like, what are you doing? And when she turned around to look at Theo, he was already down on one knee, and she was like, what? And when she looked at the glove she threw, she found out that he threw black velvet box, and when she opened it, there was a pretty ring, and then Theo proposed to her, and she said yes, and everyone was just like freaking out. And before the ending happened, Cade was actually at the market before he found out that Ans had been kidnapped, and found a pretty girl selling the bracelets that Ans ordered ahead, that Ans made a customized order for every guy. Cade was like, oh, pretty, whatever who she is. And so we're gonna find out who she is, and we're gonna find out more about Cade's story in the next installment of Christy Marie's Commander in Briefs, and I cannot wait to read it, and I love this book so much. And that is all for the review and discussion. I hope you enjoyed that much as I loved reading this book. If you want a copy of this book, it's available on Amazon, US, UK, Canada, and Australia. That is all. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. But I prefer the up. So we'll see you guys next time. Bye!